Hi, everybody. First off, nothing has really changed in the forecast. Everything we talked about yesterday out through 7 days, the warmer weather starting Tuesday of next week, all of that is still a go. Certainly, we've had the steady rain day today that we thought we would have. Current temperature, and what time is it? It's 6:50, coming up on 7 o'clock. It's 46 degrees. So far at the airport, the high today has been 47. Now, this is the current condition. If you look at the wind direction, east southeast. Pressure is up a little bit, but the warm front itself hasn't really come through yet. The thing is kind of stalled. I thought it would be through by now. The fact that it's not actually means that rain is going to continue to fall later into the evening than what I was expecting. Here's the radar right now. There is some drying up around the Long Beach Peninsula. The rain's going to be breaking up coming down from the northwest. This is the steady rain shield with the warm front coming in, but we still have hours, at least a couple, I think, of pretty steady rain before it would start to break up coming down into the Portland area. Now, overnight tonight, once the rain breaks up, it goes into showers, and then those showers taper off and pretty much end overnight. So I mentioned a moment ago that the high today so far is 47 degrees. This surprised me. So for the 20th day of April, today's date, the record, what we call low high temperature, in other words, the coldest the high temperature has ever been on April 20th out at PDX, is 42 degrees. That goes all the way back to April 20th, 1963, and that is the record for the entire month. So in other words, the coldest high temperature in the record books for PDX for the month of April for any date is today, the 20th, 42 back in 1963. So that record is safe and sound. The records are generally in the mid 40s, 46, around that territory. And again, we hit only 47 today. Normal high is 63. The record, by the way, today is 84. Yeah. So pretty big contrast, right? Okay, let's talk about the weather again. Raining. There's the Gearhart by the Sea camera looking south towards Seaside, Tillamook-Head, totally in, socked in by the clouds. Up in elevation, Domain Serene Winery out in the Dundee Hills, that's just fogged in with rain. You see how low the cloud deck is at Willamette Valley Vineyards, just south of Salem. Again, this is my live camera network. Gresham Subaru, a live feed, very wet, raining out there off of Powell. The tarmac concrete at Pearson Airfield up in Vancouver is always a great camera to see how rainy and wet it is. And, rain is out through the gorge. It's just a rainy mess. Okay, the video is not going to be very long tonight. I've been busy, but as I mentioned, everything I told you yesterday, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, I encourage you to go back and do it. I get into more detail about the warm weather that we see coming our way and the reason we're seeing it. Again, that was yesterday's video talking about our first run of spring, sunny, warm weather, still on track to start Tuesday. So here's the 7-day. And then hold on, because I do have the May outlook coming up here in just a moment. 7-day forecast. I still feel like both tomorrow and Saturday will be days where if you're going to be out and about, you could find a shower, but overwhelmingly, most of the time, it's simply going to be dry. The clouds could be solid tomorrow. KGW's Futurecast model, by the way, shows the best chance of some scattered light showers being late afternoon, early evening. But even that looks like it would be traceable scattered showers, just a raindrop here or there. And then an ongoing chance of a shower Saturday. But again, the big story here is the next 2 days, pretty quiet. Light winds, not much rain, most of the time dry. And we'll be in the warmer air mass that's now trying to push itself in. So 60 tomorrow, 64 Saturday. The next cold front is still timing out to come in Sunday afternoon at this point. This doesn't look to be a ton of rain, but likely that we'll see scattered showers, and we may see some breaks during the day as well. It's not going to be it's not going to be a washout of a day. It's going to be a scattered shower day with that front. 50 to 59, and then sun and scattered showers, fewer scattered showers, but some on Monday, 44 to 58. And again, the air coming in behind this front on Sunday, not nearly as cold as the cold fronts that we have been seeing the last several weeks. And then we get to our Rock Star Tuesday, which still appears to be the kickoff of our truly is a word I was looking for, first run or stretch of just sunny, warm spring weather. So we'll go 65, which is about normal, actually, for a sunny day, Tuesday. Wednesday, 70. Remember, we're way past the average first day of the year to hit 70-degree temperatures. Often we do that back in March. So certainly we're due to hit 70 next Wednesday. Could be warmer. at least 75 on Thursday. And then right now I've got upper 70s and maybe pushing 80 on the following Friday. Now, the weather models are a little up in the air for the upcoming weekend. They are showing a little bit cooler. Yesterday I said there were signs that we would be 80 maybe that following Saturday. That looks like that could be a partly cloudy day with a rain chance, but still in the 60s and pretty nice. But high confidence still Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday of next week. Really nice, very warm weather. Hey, the National Weather Service put out their May outlook earlier today. And here's what they came up with. Basically, here you go. Warmer than normal weather. This is the outlook for the entire 31 days of May when you average them all together. And drier than normal precip. Now, don't go, oh my goodness, here we go. This doesn't mean that it's going to be a hot summer. It doesn't mean that we're going to be jumping into anything extreme. It simply means what it says, that confidence is somewhat high, that May will not be cold, will be normal to above temperatures. Now, not unusual, we get some 90s in May, but this probably means more than anything. We're going to have a fair number of days reaching 80 degrees, hopefully just around 80, which will still be comfortable, right? But above normal. And then with that, not much precip. Now, we're okay in the precip department. It's not going to be the end of the world if we don't have a really soaking wet May, but we would hope to get at least, an inch and a half or so of precipitation in May. In fact, I should have all this stuff memorized, right? I think when I was younger, I did. Normal precip for the month of May is 2.51. So, if we could get 2 inches of rain in May, that'd be great, So we'll see. But that is the outlook for right now. You probably heard a lot of rhetoric about, there's been a lot of stuff posted online. And I want to talk about that in a moment. In terms of, the La Nina is gone, which we've covered here on my YouTube channel. We're now in neutral INSO, which is expected to last into June. And then maybe as early as July and certainly August, we could technically be in a developing or a weak El Nino pattern that projections are calling for that to continue into the fall. But before you start reading all these headlines about what an El Nino means for next winter, all that type, I think it's noise. I think it's absolute garbage at this point. I really do. A lot of people publishing those headlines. There's a reason I don't do my winter outlook until October. Most winter outlooks from agencies come out in August. I don't do mine until October. You know why? Because over my 20 plus years of doing winter outlooks, I have come to realize that often, I'm going to use the word often, not always, but often, what NOAA is projecting to be a La Nina or El Nino in August turns out to be completely wrong or changed or greatly revised by the 1st of October. That's why I wait until around the 1st of October to put out my winter outlook. That's when I start to grow confidence that, yeah, it is going to be neutral winter or El Nino winter or La Nina winter. And you have to get that, what we call INSO phase, correct to have a chance to correctly give a credible projection for the upcoming winter. Okay, so just back off on all those crazy headlines for right now. I'm going to be looking more and more into in the coming weeks, as I told you last week, I think it was, of trying to come up with what I feel is a reasonable projection of how many 90-degree days we could have this coming summer. Anymore, it seems like the over-under is 20, right? Certainly a normal summer is now trending more like 16, 17 to maybe 20 degrees, or 20 total days hitting 90 or better. So by mid-May, I hope to come out with a projection of what I feel is a good number for that. All right. In the meantime, tomorrow, pretty nice. We could hit 60. Saturday, pretty nice. Could hit 65. Sunday, a little wet, but not too bad. Thanks for using my YouTube channel and trusting my forecast, or at least using it as one of several that you check. I really appreciate that. We'll talk to you soon.